Good morning, sunshine. So we have moved on from Merida, but I needed to give you guys an actual Airbnb full experience house tour because I included it in one of my getting adjusted videos. But there's so many little things that I think make this particular home special and that I felt so lucky to have found it on my first try that I wanted to share with you. So when you guys are looking for a place to stay in Merida, you not only keep these things in mind, but maybe look into this particular Airbnb. So let me first start out by saying that this place was like walking into an oasis. So we were in Centro, which is, you know, tight buildings, there's a wall and a small sidewalk, and then the street. Like, there isn't a lot of nature. There's trees every once in a while, but you can only find greenery at like the plazas or Parque Centrales or things like that. So once we opened the front doors to this beautiful garden with a beautiful pool, it really took you out of city life and just gave you like a moment like to relax, to, you know, separate yourself from the bustle and hustle of the city. So that was really special. And even though I had seen that on the listing, I felt like the listing did not do it justice. It was so much more beautiful in person. I feel like the whole build out was conscious of the sun coming up in the east and setting in the west. Like, our windows in our place face north and south, so we never had like direct sunlight shining into our apartment, which in a place like Merida, Mexico, that is so hot most of the year, like, it's really important. So same with the way they position the garden, right? Like the trees, there was always a place where you can get some shade and sit outside and have the breeze. And then they had that beautiful hammock right underneath the big I think it was the zapote tree that had that. So they had two trees. They have the zapote tree and they had a mango tree.
And a zapote tree.
And we were lucky that they were both giving fruit when we were there. So we get to taste both, which were delicious. And of course, the homeowners were nice enough to share with us. Then they also had a little area that had a barbecue grill all set up with little tables, so we could have had a barbecue and eaten out there. And they also had a bathroom with a shower. You can like shower and get dressed before you went up to your room if you wanted to. And they also had a counter with a little refrigerator and things like that. Now they had their own things inside the little refrigerator, but he did offer me if I ever need to put something there while I was at the pool that it would be okay, which was great. So many times we just sat out there. The kids would hang out at the pool with friends or just by themselves, and we would order Rappi or call for a pizza, and we would get it delivered while we were like launching in the pool. So very cool experience. Now we had the chance, they have their home is in the front and then the two apartments are towards the back, and we had a chance to experience both because when we first booked with them, we only booked for a month because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if it was going to be good or not. So by the time I wanted to do the second month, the upstairs apartment, which was the first one we got to experience, was not available. So we got to try the bottom one. Now they're both gorgeous. They have the same layout and the same type of furniture. The only difference is that the bottom unit, you know, you walk into the living area. The living area is a little bit smaller than the top unit. You have the kitchen, fully equipped, full refrigerator, full stove with an oven. They have water filtration devices for drinking. The refrigerator also has water and ice. They have a microwave. They have all the little appliances you may need. The kitchen is completely stocked. And then the bottom apartment has two doors that open to the outside, so you have your own little personal patio with a little deck for me to do yoga. So excited! The patio does have access for other people to go through the side of the building, but it's mainly, you know, for you. When you open the doors, that's what you see. You can sit outside and enjoy a cup of tea or whatever it might be. Then it has 2 bedrooms, so they're exactly like the ones upstairs. You get a queen size bed with a full closet unit, 2 little nightstands with lamps, and they each get their own bathroom. One of the bathrooms opens up to the living room, and then the second bedroom has the bathroom that opens into the bedroom. But they both have the same layout. They also have little hooks for you to put a hammock on, which we did enjoy a lot. So totally recommend that. So both rooms have those little hooks. Then the upstairs apartment. The perks of being upstairs is not only you get a little bit more space in the living room area, but you also have the washer and dryer right outside your door. So a perk of being in this place is that it had a washer and dryer. A lot of the places in Merida, Mexico that we looked into through Airbnb did not have a washer and dryer. And to do your laundry there, you have to go through a laundry service. I didn't see any place that you could just go and use machines at. And we had weekly cleaning. During a weekly cleaning, the lady would take all our sheets and towels and wash them for us. So we had clean towels and clean sheets every week. Now the upstairs also has a beautiful balcony that they just recently constructed. So the doors open up to a balcony instead of opening to the downstairs patio. And again, like they have little chairs and tables that you can sit down and enjoy a cup of coffee if you would like to. Then the bedrooms have the same exact setup. You have the 2 bedrooms have queen size beds with a big closet, the hammock hooks, and then they each have a bathroom. One of the bathrooms opens up to the living room and the other bathroom opens up to the bedroom. Now the cool thing about these bathrooms, aside from being brand new and beautiful, like the design was beautiful, is that the toilets are fully flushable. So in some places in Merida, Mexico, you cannot flush toilet paper, but in this particular bathrooms, you can. So this was a big perk of this particular Airbnb. Also the fact that, you know, to brush your teeth, they have a water filter, which made it so much easier, right? So that's not in the bathroom. You would have to go to the kitchen, but still, it's so much easier than having to use a water bottle to brush your teeth. Also, the water pressure is really nice. They have ring shower heads, so it felt really luxurious to shower in there, and there was always hot water. Yeah, I don't think there was any instance in which we ran out of hot water. And it's 3 girls that take really long showers, so that was fabulous. So this place included all the utilities, included water, electricity, high-speed internet. I never had a problem with the internet. Oh, in Zoom, sometimes it would come in and out, but it was really reliable. As far as power, a lot of people in Merida I've heard complain about losing power. We stayed there from mid-February to beginning of July, and we only lost power once, and it was only for a few hours. So I wouldn't really say that that was a problem that we had. They also have their own water system, so they do have some control of that, so we also never ran out of water. The other thing was their AC units. They have an AC unit in each of the bedrooms, and they have one in the living area. So there never really is a room that gets really, really hot. The bathroom, the only way for it to get really, really hot would be if you leave the door closed at all times, but otherwise, the whole apartment stays cool throughout the whole summer, which was pretty impressive, I have to say, because the weather outside is really, really, really hot. Their layouts are really well thought through, and the owner told me that when she was designing, it was very important for her to have an AC unit in the kitchen because she hated cooking in the heat. So her experience before they bought a home in the area was of cooking and sweating profusely because there was no AC. So she didn't want that to happen to any of her guests. Basically, I would say that they have thought of every single detail that could be important to somebody renting the Airbnb and cater to it. They're very thoughtful in their design process. They're very thoughtful in the way they help you and take care of you. And even the experience on booking the place, they were so thorough in their information, the way they filled us in on everything that we would need. And once we got there, they gave us a ride from the bus station, and then when we left, they gave us a ride to the airport. They're very conscious of your experience, and I haven't found that in any other Airbnb. So I totally recommend this Airbnb if you haven't booked one already. But there's also these little details that are things that you might want to take into consideration, whether your Airbnb has AC in every room, whether your toilet is flushable, whether you have hot water for 3 girls. Oh, another one that's important, whether you can have guests over. They always welcome my guests with open arms, which meant that I could celebrate my daughter's birthday in our apartment and have all the kids over at the pool. And so we kind of made it like every other week we would have kids over and they would spend the day at the pool at our place. And those are things, again, like you don't really know if your Airbnb host is gonna allow. So it's very important for you to look into before you rent them. If you have any questions about this Airbnb, please don't hesitate to ask, because I really loved our experience. And if I ever go back to Merida, I'm certainly gonna go back there. So, bye guys.
If you have any questions about any of the things I mentioned, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. And don't forget to like and follow if you want to see more of our adventures and all the things we learn along the way. Thanks for joining. Bye.